talk about grifting. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, Shaun King is at it again. Now, some people said, when I talked about this the other day, not on YouTube, but I was talking about it in passing the other day, some people were like, well, Sabs, maybe he's serious this time. Just give Shaun King a chance. Nah, because I have receipts. Shaun King, also known as activist. A lot of people may not remember this, but Shaun King actually used to work with TYT. So he was actually a part of the Young Turks at one point in time. And then he found a way to make money off of police brutality, right? So that's where a lot of people know Shaun King from. That's how he made his name, I guess, like in the journalism field. There were many criticisms of Shaun King during that time about inappropriate fundraising, money not going to places where he said it was going to, grifting off of police brutality. Some of the family members, like Tamir Rice's mom, actually spoke out against Shaun King. We're going to look at that again tonight. But now I think this is the grift of the ultimate grift. Because now, starting with the first day of Ramadan, Shaun King has now announced that he is converting to Islam. Check it out for yourself.
Do it in Arabic and then we'll do it in English. Say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasul Allah. I bear witness that there is only one God, and that Muhammad is his final messenger. Allahu Akbar, takbir. Congratulations, brother. You can pass the mic now to Ray. Sister Ray, if you can repeat after me and say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasul Allah. I testify that there is only one God, and that Muhammad is his final messenger. Takbir.
So that was Shaun King and his wife converting to Islam there. I say Shaun King. Some people like Terry refer to him as Talcum X. Terry said Talcum X is a true grifter. When I saw this video on social media, the first thing I said to myself is, I know damn well that Shaun King is seriously not trying to convert to Islam the day before Ramadan. I said to myself, I know that Shaun King is not trying to find a way to establish a new grift, particularly one with the war in Gaza, something else that he can make money off of. I know he's not going to these extremes. I know he wouldn't go that far. Now, a lot of this goes back to him being banned on Instagram. That's where this started. Let's get started with this video here, and we'll dive into that part. Boy, I tell you.
Renowned American writer and activist Jeffrey Shaun King and his wife Rai King has converted to Islam on the first day of Ramadan. Allahu Akbar.
So Shaun, I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. First we're going to do it in Arabic and then we'll do it in English. Say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasul Allah. I bear witness that there is only one God, and that Muhammad is his final messenger. Allahu Akbar, takbir. Congratulations, brother.
Shaun King currently is one of the biggest voices on social media in the West for Palestine. And last year, his Instagram account with millions of followers was removed by Instagram due to this. His response to that was really inspiring, mashallah.
Let me pause here because this video is favorable of Shaun King, but I want to point out something. Notice he said he's one of the bigger voices in reference to support of the Palestinian people on social media. Let me ask y'all a question. How he go from being one of the biggest voices in reference to the Black Lives Matter movement to now also being one of the biggest voices in reference to the pro-Palestinian movements? How you gonna? Because Shaun King had been exposed so many times in reference to the BLM movement, the money, the funds, exposed so many times. So he hopped on to something else. And this is not to say you can't cover it, you can't talk about it. All of us are talking about it. All of us are covering it. But with Shaun King is different. It's different. And I'm going to show you how he's already profiting off of this conversion. Now, people, you can do whatever religion you want. I really don't care. If you want to convert to something, you do what you want to do. And honestly, if it was someone else that was doing this, number one, they probably wouldn't do it the day before Ramadan. And number two, I would understand it if it was someone else. But it's him. It's Shaun King, the grifter. It's the grift that keeps on grifting. That's why I question it. Listen to this.
Hey, everybody. Shaun King here. First and foremost, thank you so much for your love and support. I'm grateful. I'm safe. And I've been through much harder times than being banned from Instagram. Like, I've been through hard times. This is not hard times. Hard times is Gaza right now. Yesterday was one of the worst days of the past 80 days. And what's clear is that Meta, Facebook, Instagram, they have decided to stand in the way of those of us that are fighting for the human rights and dignity of Palestinians. I won't stand for it. I'm going to keep fighting every way I can.
Today, Shaun King and his wife publicly accepted Islam in a heartfelt ceremony with Imam Omar Suleiman in Dallas. Their decision has sparked conversations and
it's also sparked some controversy. Let me keep it real. So let me get this straight, ladies and gentlemen. So you were banned from Instagram, which I don't agree with. People shouldn't be banned on platforms. So because you were banned on Instagram, or after you were banned on Instagram, all of a sudden you decided, you had this epiphany that, wait a minute, all of a sudden, I don't believe in, he was a Christian for years. Shaun King was preaching too, by the way. So all of a sudden, because you were banned from Instagram, you decided, I don't think I believe in Jesus Christ anymore. I believe in Allah. And not to say that people can't change their mind about religion. They can, and people do it. But it just, I mean, when this happened, did anybody ask Shaun King, do you believe in Allah? Because I don't think he does. I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't think he does. It's just, if Shaun King had not been banned on Instagram, does this happen?
Inspired many. The comment section is filled with emotional du'as for him. And obviously, some people brought up his past mistakes. Born and raised in the United States, Shaun King has been a prominent figure in the fight against injustice. His journey has been one of activism and seeking truth. Shaun King's journey to Islam is a testament to the transformative power of Islam. May Allah keep Shaun and his wife steadfast in this beautiful deen.
Yes, I know Bang's theory. Allah is God, Sabby. I know, I get that. But it's not the same religion. We all know this. We know that Islam and we know that Christianity are two different things. So what I'm saying is, if he was not banned on Instagram, does this happen? I don't think it does. And I'm going to show you how Shaun King has found another freaking way to make money. I told you, I call this, man. He's already trying to make money off of it. Already. And this is from a Palestinian account who posted this, who shared this. $120 uncensored iftar tickets. Oh, that took no time at all. So this is Montreal. Montreal, Quebec, Uncensored Iftar, Shaun King, and Khaled Bedon. March 15th, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. So the ticket's $60 plus a $10 booking fee. Premium tickets $120 plus a $10 booking fee. $20 for a child ticket plus a $10 booking fee. Let me get this straight. So he just converted and he already trying to make money? Already. Who does this? Why? Now we have the article here. This is the one? Yeah. Activist and former pastor Shaun King converts to Islam. I told you I don't trust Shaun King. I've been calling out this stuff for quite some time. Shaun King, a prominent activist and former Christian pastor, announced he converted to Islam after witnessing the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. I don't know that I would be here today without the past 6 months of suffering and pain and trauma that we've seen in Gaza. It has touched me in the most profound ways to see people right now in the most dangerous, traumatic place on the planet still be able to sometimes look at nothing but rubble and the remains of their family and still see meaning and purpose in life. In a video shared to Facebook, King and his wife recite the Shahada, the Muslim profession of faith under the guidance of Palestinian American Imam. This is from Omar Solomon. Actually, I've seen his account on Twitter at a mosque in Dallas, Texas. King explained that his decision to convert to Islam stemmed not only from what he's witnessed in Gaza, but also from his admiration for Malcolm X's legacy and his deep connections with Muslim friends. King worked as a pastor at Total Grace Christian Church in DeKalb County, Georgia, before launching Courageous Church in Atlanta in 2008. During his 4 years as pastor, he made use of social media to bring in new members, earning him the nickname the Facebook Pastor. I told you, everything that he joins and does, it's a great. Yes, I understand this, Norman. I don't trust Shaun, Sabby, but Sabby, a lot of people are converted because of Gaza. There are several stories about it, Pastor, also. Yes, I understand that, but it's Shaun. And Shaun is going to find a way to make money off of it like he always does. It goes on to say here, King also began to use social media to raise awareness for social justice issues. In 2012, King resigned from Courageous Church, citing personal stress and disillusionment. He continued to grow his social media platforms by advocating for victims of police brutality, raising funds for a variety of charities and nonprofits, and working closely with Black Lives Matter movement. He has worked as a regular contributor to media outlets like the Daily Kos, the New York Daily News, and the Young Turks, writing extensively about civil and human rights, race relations, police brutality, mass incarceration, and law enforcement misconduct. So, as I've said before, it's not the fact that somebody, we can go to, I think the next part when we're ready. I think I did that. The one with Tamir Rice's mom. It's not the fact that people are converting. It's the fact that it's when Shaun King does these things, there's always money to be made for him. And we have to call these things out. Just like Tamir Rice's mom did. And this is another thing that I brought up when a lot of people weren't talking about this back then. Tamir Rice's mom slams activist Shaun King for profiting off of her son's death and brands him an imposter and a white man acting Black. We have went all over this. So Tamir Rice's mom, this is what she went on to say. It says the mother of Tamir Rice, a 12-year-old Black boy who was shot and killed by a white police officer in Cleveland in 2014, took to Instagram on Tuesday to blast activist Shaun King for profiting off of her son's death and brand him an imposter. The post came shortly after King, who tried to raise money for Tamir's family after his death without the family's consent. He posted a new broadcast to his website titled, "I spoke to Samaria Rice this past week." The episode seems to have since been deleted and is no longer listed under the episodes for breakdown with Shaun King. Why do you think it's so important to tell folks we had a conversation? Rice asked King in her Instagram post. It was captioned, "For anyone that wants to know the truth." Well, we talked and everything. You said was very toxic and uncomfortable for me to hear that you raise additional money. And then say you did not want to bother me. Personally, I don't understand how you sleep at night. I never gave you permission to raise nothing. Along with the United States, you robbed me for the death of my son. And that's that copy of that Instagram post there. And it goes on to say here, a court then seized the money on behalf of the family. The Washington Post reported in 2015 and set up a trustee to manage the funds, placing all the money into Tamir Rice's estate, meaning that any withdrawal would require a judge's ruling. So rather than being gifted the money directly, the Rice family would have to apply for each disbursement. And this piece here, he responded here. He said, "She acknowledged that I was aware that I had written articles about Tamir across the years and had raised money for her family, but it was in that part of the conversation that I truly came to understand a central mistake that I had made with her. For the past 7 years, I left Samira Rice alone. As a general rule, when a family impacted by police violence asks for my help with fundraising or advocacy, I do it. Not only with no questions asked, but I do it with zero expectations from the grieved family. Ultimately, I learned that Rice didn't even know most of what I had done for her," he said. "That's my fault, and I'll never let it happen again." So as I said before I started this story, I said, I sincerely hope that Shaun King is not trying to find another thing to grift off of. It's a something.